They're all in line. And they're off and running. Sumo Power on the inside with Ahid racing in second place. Zula Road follows, and on the outside is Sergeant Bart with Red Ghost advancing from between horses. Union Army is there also as they head towards the first of 15 fences. James Slater and Sergeant Bart setting the pace on the outside. Sumo Power races in second place, followed by Red Ghost. Union Army on the inside under Willie Dowland races in fourth place with Zula Road alongside, and Ahid is there also as they race into and around the turn. Sergeant Bart on top, Sumo Power racing in second place. Union Army in the orange silks from between horses now vies for second and takes over second as they straighten way down the backside. Sergeant Bart on top, Union Army running in second place, followed by Sumo Power. Zula Road from between horses, and Dynacast is moving up on the outside to jump into third place as they head towards the fourth fence. Sergeant Bart setting the pace from the beginning under James Slater. Dynacast races closest to him in second place with Union Army jumping in third. Mischief flies over that one and joins Union Army. Mischief now dropping back into fourth with Red Ghost there also. Zula Road between horses. Ahid on the inside. Sumo Power. Classic Bridge is moving up under Matt McCarran with Lonesome Nun, Bachetto, No Mesa with me, and Embarrassed completes the field. This is the first of 2 times to go around. They are racing now towards the fifth of 15 fences. Sergeant Bart widening his advantage to about 3 lengths. Willie Dowling and Union Army racing in second place, followed by Bernie Dalton on the inside with Ahid. Moving up on the outside, Dynacast has joined the leaders also, racing in fourth place as they race into and around the turn. Sergeant Bart has the lead. Union Army racing in second place. Dynacast on the outside of Ahid. Those two racing in third, fourth place with Mischief right behind them. They straighten away and head towards the sixth fence. Sergeant Bart has led much of the way under James Slater. He still has the lead. Union Army and the orange silks on the inside with Dynacast right alongside in the purple racing in third place. Ahid is there also as they head towards and now over the seventh fence. Sergeant Bart is still the one to catch. Dynacast in the middle of the course with Classic Bridges on the outside as they head towards the water jump. Sergeant Bart on top. At the water jump, Sergeant Bart and James Slater jumping with the lead. Classic Bridges now moves up under Matt McCarran to take over second place with Dynacast in third. Ahid, Union Army is there also with Mischief and Lonesome Nun. Red Ghost as the leader is at and over the ninth fence. Sergeant Bart continuing to lead. He's led almost every step of the way. Classic Bridges and Matt McCarran moving up on the outside. The challenge for the lead at the 10th. Only about 2 lengths separates those two as they race around the turn. Sergeant Bart with the lead. Classic Bridges in second place, followed by Union Army. Mischief is there also as they head towards the backside for the final time. Dynacast race in fifth place. Lonesome Nun moving up on the inside, and Ahid is dropping back. The leader is heading towards the 11th fence. Classic Bridges now on top. Sergeant Bart racing in second place. Union Army on the inside, and Mischief is now taking over third under Patty Young and moving closer to the leader at the 12th. Classic Bridges and Matt McCarran setting the pace now. Mischief and Patty Young racing closest to him in second place. Only 2.5 lengths separates those two as Sergeant Bart is trying to hold on to third, but Union Army moves up on the inside, takes over third, now moving into second place with Mischief right alongside. With only 3 more fences to go, Classic Bridges leads. Union Army is alongside, and that was Mischief losing his rodder. Union Army on top as they race towards the turn. Classic Bridges racing in second place. Lonesome Nun in third, and Embarrassed races in fourth place. The race is on the front end where Union Army and Willie Dowland have a very slight advantage over Classic Bridges. They turn for home. They've only got a 1/4 of a mile to go. Union Army on the inside. Classic Bridges on the outside. outside as Union Army collides with a beacon and appears to be pulling up. Classic Bridges now takes over the lead. Lonesome Nun on the inside under Brian Crowley trying to make up ground in second place, and Embarrassed races in third as they head towards and over the last fence. Classic Bridges and Lonesome Nun. Lonesome Nun on the inside, Classic Bridges on the outside, and they battle into the final 16th of a mile. Classic Bridges and Lonesome Nun battling towards the finish line with Lonesome Nun having the advantage. They head towards and across the wire. Lonesome Nun by about 2 lengths. Classic Bridges, Embarrassed, Sumo Power.
Third, Embarrassed, owned by Mrs. S.K. Johnston Jr., trained by Catherine McKenna and ridden by Roddy McKenzie. And number 9, Sumo Power, was fourth, owned by Meadow Kaiser, trained by Michael Berryman and ridden by Moriah.
I have with me the winning trainer, Bruce Miller of Lonesome Nun. Bruce, tell me a little bit about this horse. Relation to Lonesome Glory?
Yes. She's the second foal out of Skill of Galay, who was the full sister to Lonesome Glory. And Blythe won stakes on the flat and over jumps with Skill Galay. And Dinah Skill is the other first foal. This is the second foal.
And do you see the same talent in this horse that you did in Lonesome Glory?
Yes. Well, no, there's only one Lonesome Glory. No. But she's the same as her mother, and they all try. She's got a great way of jumping and a great way of moving.
So you're happy that she's no longer a maiden?
Yes, I am.
And where do you plan to go next with her? Do you have any plans?
Not sure. She might try. She's a real fresh filly, so I might try the stake at next week at Far Hills.
Okay.
We'll go maybe to Callaway, see how she comes out of the race.
Now preparing to line up for the start. The flag is up. They're all in line. And they're off and running. Good day goes the lead with Swimming River now moving up on the outside to take command by about a length. Swimming River and Bernie Dalton leading towards the first of 19 fences, and over the plank fences they go with Good Day racing in second place. Sandbox Rules on the inside in third with Quasimodo ordered to listen there also. Field View, and a good ways back to I Said Scat Cat and Brands Hatch, who completes the field. They're setting a leisurely pace on the front end. Swimming River leading towards the second fence. This is a coupe. Swimming River on top. Good day, and Jeff Murphy now dropping back in third place as Sandbox Rules moves up on the outside and vies for the lead, dropping back in second place as they straighten away down the backside. Swimming River on top. Sandbox Rules races in second place. Good day as they head towards the log fence. Swimming River has led from the beginning. Sandbox Rules races closest to him in second place as they gallop down the backside, followed by Good Day, Ordered to Listen, Quasimodo, Field View, Brands Hatch, and I Said Scat Cat completes the field. A good gallop here between fences. Swimming River has led from the beginning. They're heading now towards the fourth fence. This is the Meadowbrook. Sandbox Rules races in second place. Good day, close up in third under Jeff Murphy with Order to Listen right behind him. At the Meadowbrook, dueling on the front end now. Swimming River with a slight advantage over Sandbox Rules as they head towards the Aintree Bank. Swimming River setting the pace. Sandbox Rules races closest to him with Good Day right alongside. Field View has joined Ordered to Listen. Those two vying for fourth place, followed by Quasimodo, Brands Hatch, and I Said Scat Cat as they head towards and over the Cheltenham Bank. Swimming River on top now by about 2.5 lengths. Good Day races in second place, followed by Sandbox Rules on the inside of his stablemate Order to Listen, who races in fourth. Field View has moved a bit closer as they head now towards the seventh fence. This is one of the timber fences on the course. Swimming River with the lead. Good Day right alongside. Those two are heads apart on the front end with Field View racing in third. Or to Listen on the outside of Sandbox Rules. Quasimodo, I Said Scat Cat, and Brands Hatch completing the field as they head towards the bank. Swimming River continuing to lead. Good Day on the outside under Jeff Murphy in second place. Field View close up in third under Darren Nagel as they race into and around the turn. Heading now towards the ninth fence. This is another timber fence. Good Day goes well over that one and jumps to the lead. Good Day followed by Swimming River. Field View racing in third place. Sandbox Rules on the inside under Chris Reed with Order to Listen right behind. On the inside, Quasimodo with I Said Scat Cat, and Brands Hatch still a good ways back in the rear as they head towards the 10th of 19 fences. Swimming River has been on the pace throughout. He and Good Day are dueling on the front end. Good Day on the outside. Swimming River on the inside as they head towards the water jump in front of the stand. Swimming River followed by Good Day. At the fence, Swimming River by about a length now. Good Day races in second place. Sandbox Rules close up in third, followed by Field View, Order to Listen, Quasimodo, I Said Scat Cat, and Brands Hatch still trailing the field as they head now towards the 12th of 19 fences. This is another one of the timber fences. Bernie Dalton and Swimming River with the lead. Good Day racing in second place. Sandbox Rules on the inside under Chris Reed saving ground as they race into the turn. Field View follows in fourth. They head towards the ditch and hedge. Swimming River still with the lead. Good Day loses his rider at the fence. As they straighten away down the backside, Swimming River on top by about 4 lengths. Sandbox Rules jumps one of the national fences in second place, followed by Field View, Order to Listen, Quasimodo, Brands Hatch, and I Said Scat Cat as they head towards Swan Lake. Swimming River going well on the front end from the beginning. Right behind him is Sandbox Rules and Chris Reed, only about 2 lengths off the lead, and it's a gap of 7 or 8 more lengths back to Field View with Darren Nagel. Order to Listen moves up on the outside. Quasimodo now starting to rally a bit for Patty Young as they head towards the stone wall. Swimming River there first. Sandbox Rules races in second place. Order to Listen and Matt McCarron on the outside in third, with Field View there also and Quasimodo. There seems to be a difference in opinion of where they go. Swimming River has gone to the inside. Sandbox Rules went to the outside. They race towards the turn. Sandbox Rules and Swimming River. Swimming River on top. Sandbox Rules races in second place. Field View jumping in fourth place as Quasimodo moves up on the inside in third. Swimming River and Sandbox Rules dueling on the front end as they straighten away for home. They've got less than a quarter of a mile to go. Swimming River with a very slight advantage on the outside. Sandbox Rules with Field View trying to rally, and Quasimodo is going well as they head towards the final fence. Swimming River jumping with the lead. Sandbox Rules jumps in second place, followed by Quasimodo, Order to Listen, and Field View. Swimming River on the inside with the advantage as they head towards the wire. Swimming River and Bernie Dalton on their way to victory here. Sandbox Rules is going to race in second place with his stablemate Order to Listen in third, followed by Quasimodo.
Gentlemen, with me, the Steeplethon, the winner of the Steeplethon race. This is Christopher Reed riding Kinross Farms Sandbox Rules. I noticed that Kinross had 2 horses in the race, Chris. Did you draw straws? Did you flip a coin? How did you decide to ride this horse and Matt McCarron, the horse that was second?
We had two in there. They're both maidens over timber, and there's not many spots to run them, so we decided to go ahead and run them both. Sandbox is sort of my horse. I stick with him. He's a little funny, as you can see, going to the starts and then the paddock, but I just always like to pick him out of anybody, and it turned out to be the right one on the day.
Since this is a Steeplethon race with all those different obstacles, do you train the horse differently? How do you guys work out training for a horse going over this kind of fences, the log, the bank jump, the stone wall, that sort of thing?
He hunts. They're both good fox hunters. They all hunted all last year for us. So they've been around the country and that. And going into this, it's not really any difference. We train them like they're timber horses because they're going to have to go over timber next. So the hunting is the biggest thing for them. They'll go down and they'll be careful, and they're really good hunters, and which makes them good timber horses.
They're all in line, and away they go. Final straw in the middle, of course, with Meadow alongside Port Moresby moving up on the outside, and Waracha races in fourth place as Dubai Sunday speeds up with Four Schools, and Orbanks is there also with Canardley. Orbanks on the inside, Legendary Pacer, Air Maggie, Shavite, Fantastic Foe, Q's, and Saluda Sam completes the field as the leaders are at the second fence. Dubai Sunday on top, Meadow on the outside racing in second place. They race around the turn with Four Schools close up on the inside under Robbie Walsh, now vying for second. They straighten away down the backside and they head towards the third of 15 fences. Dubai Sunday and Darren Nagel on top. Four Schools has taken over second place with Meadow right alongside. Waracha now speeding up to challenge for third, followed by Orbanks and Final Straw as the leaders are approaching the fourth fence. Dubai Sunday running and jumping with about a 2.5 length advantage over Meadow. Four Schools on the inside of Waracha, followed by Orbanks, Final Straw, Canardley on the outside. Fantastic Foe, Legendary Pacer follows with Shavite, Q's, Air Maggie, and Port Moresby with Saluda Sam, the distant trailer, as they race down the backside and head towards the fifth of 15 fences. Dubai Sunday leading over the fence, Meadow and Patty Young racing in second place. Four Schools close up in third with Waracha right alongside. Orbanks and Jeff Murphy saving ground on the inside as they race into and around the turn. Dubai Sunday on top, Meadow racing in second place. Four Schools with Waracha vying for third. Canardley moving up on the outside, the challenge for fifth place with Orbanks alongside Final Straw. Fantastic Foe, Shavite is there also as they turn towards us with one more time to go around. They've just cleared the sixth fence and racing towards the seventh. Dubai Sunday has made much of the running on the front end. Meadow stalking him from second place. Four Schools and Robbie Walsh jumping in third place on the inside with Waracha there also. Orbanks, Fantastic Foe has moved a bit closer to the others, as has Air Maggie and Shavite as they head towards the water jump. Dubai Sunday continuing to set the pace. It's Dubai Sunday on top by about 1.25 lengths. Four Schools on the inside of Meadow, followed by Orbanks, Waracha, and Fantastic Foe as they're at the ninth fence. Dubai Sunday running and jumping with the lead. Four Schools racing in second place. Meadow on the outside in third, followed by Fantastic Foe. Air Maggie saving ground on the inside with Waracha between horses as the leaders are over the 10th fence and galloping now towards the backside and the 11th. Dubai Sunday with the lead. Meadow, Four Schools racing in second place. Fantastic Foe on the inside of Orbanks, who now takes over fourth place. They straighten their way down the backside. Dubai Sunday is still the one to catch. He's made much of the running on the front end. Maybu stalking him over the 11th fence. 4 Schools on the inside. Or Banks racing right alongside in 4th place, followed by Fantastic Foe. Shavita's there also as the leaders are heading towards the 12th fence. Dubai Sunday, Maybu jumping well, moves to the lead on the outside with very slight advantage. Maybu coming back again on the inside is Dubai Sunday with 4 Schools, followed by Fantastic Foe. Shavita's moved up on the outside of the challenge Orbanks for 5th place, and Air Maggie is going well on the inside under Brian Crowley with Canardley on the outside. They head towards the 3rd fence from home. It's still Dubai Sunday on top. Dubai Sunday with Maybu racing in 2nd place. Fantastic Foe and Willie Dowling are moved up on the outside. The challenge for 2nd, and Air Maggie is moved into 4th place on the inside as 4 Schools now regains 4. Shavite from between horses under Xavier A's Peru. Tightly bunched around the turn with Dubai Sunday still showing the way. They've got just a hair more than a quarter of a mile to go. Dubai Sunday on top. Maybu racing in 2nd place. Air Maggie on the inside with Fantastic Foe there also, and Canardley moving up on the outside. They race towards the final fence. Dubai Sunday, Maybu right in the middle of the course with Air Maggie on the inside. They head towards and over the last fence. Dubai Sunday with a slight advantage. Maybu trying to get there on the outside. Air Maggie with Fantastic Foe, and Canardley is rallying on the extreme outside too. Maybu is taking the lead as they head towards the finish line. Canardley trying to get there on the outside. Maybu trying to hold him off. It's Maybu and Canardley at the wire. Look like Canardley to me on the Liam McVicker. Just got up.
Horses to the paddock for the 4th race, please.
Canardley. Tell me a little bit more about Canardley.
Well, I don't know too much about Canardley because I've only had him a week. We just claimed him last week at Morgan Park. So basically he was going off of Mr. Voss's training, and Mr. Voss is one of my heroes. So I know the horse is well trained, and I always wanted a Dynaformer in my barn, and I got one, and I think I got a good one. So I got good owners that had faith in my opinion on him. So
They're all in line and away they go. Out in the middle of the course, Primero Peru goes to lead with Expel racing in 2nd place. Humdinger follows in 3rd with Red Dirt Girl on the inside in 4th. And here comes Moriah's Promise speeding up on the outside to take over 4th and moving towards the leaders under Christopher Ortiz. They race into the turn. Primero Peru on top. Expel racing closest to him in 2nd place. Humdinger on the inside in 3rd. Followed by Moriah's Promise racing in 4th place. Jen Sandy is there also. And Lear Heights with the yellow cap is now splitting horses and moving towards the leaders. They've got one more time to go around after this. Primero Peru on the inside has the lead. Expel races in 2nd place. Moriah's Promise on the outside. Lear Heights in the yellow cap in the middle of the field racing in 4th place with Humdinger there also. As they race right towards us with one more time to go around. Primero Peru with Humdinger on the inside. Expel from between horses with Moriah's Promise there also, and Moriah's Promise is now vying for the lead. Primero Peru on top, Humdinger on the inside, Moriah's Promise racing in 2nd place on the outside, Humdinger in 3rd. Lear Heights races in 4th with Expel between horses, moving closer to the leaders as they race towards the turn. Humdinger on the inside, saving ground. Expel from between horses races in third place with Lear Heights there also. They race midway around the turn. Primero Peru still going well. Races in second place and regains the lead on the outside. Primero Peru on top. Humdinger racing in second place. Expel in third. Lear Heights races in fourth place with Moriah's Promise on the outside in fifth, followed by Last Noble. Sutter's Fort from between horses, and Gin Sandy is there also. We go back to the front of the field where Primero Peru has regained about a length advantage. Expel on the outside of Humdinger. Those two are dueling for second place, only heads apart. Lear Heights races in fourth place, and Sutter's Fort is making up ground on the inside. Moriah's Promise is dropping back as Last Noble is going well also. When they come back into view, they'll have less than 5/8 of a mile to go. Only a half mile from home now. Primero Peru with Humdinger moving up on the inside. Humdinger and Angelo Gazner going to the front. Primero Peru still holding on well in second, and Lear Heights is moving up also, and Chester Might is there also on the inside in the yellow cap. Chester Might, Lear Heights dropping back a bit now as they race into around the turn. Humdinger on top. It's Humdinger with the lead. Primero Peru trying to come back. Dynasty is there also as they turn for home. Primero Peru has dropped back a bit, and they race into the final 3/16 of a mile. Primero Peru, Humdinger's there also. Dynasty and Diana Gillum trying to get their Expel on the outside, and Chester Might is there also. They race into the final furlong. Primero Peru dropping back now. Humdinger and Dynasty is moving up on the outside. Dynasty and Diana Gillum on the way. Chester Might racing in second place. Dynasty, Chester Might, Expel, and Humdinger.
Catherine Dollar Sage. This trophy originally run for in France many years.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winning rider of the International World Cup of Nations Fegentri race, this is Diana Gillen. Diana has been on many trips over to Europe, riding as an amateur rider for the United States, and I'm delighted that the United States was first and second in this race today. Tell me a little bit about your ride.
My ride, Dynasty, is a fabulous horse. He's headed for the Breeders' Cup Steeplechase next weekend, and my big goal today was just to get a prep race into him and not take anything out of him and get him ready for next weekend. And the way he ran today sets him up perfectly.
I heard that Mr. Voss was bringing him for a prep race today, and this just worked out perfectly, even though there were a lot of horses in the race. Did you ever feel crowded? Did you ever feel worried?
There's always a lot of bumping and close calls around the beacons in those races, but luckily we stayed out of trouble. We weren't in any of the confusion, and as soon as he got daylight, he just took off down the stretch.
And you had
The flag is up, and they're off and running. On the inside, Bon Cato goes to the lead under Chris Reed, followed by Albert's Crossing. He's a conniver, Swagger Stick. Meet at 11 on the inside of Music to My Ears. And Gather No Moss completes the field as they're over the first fence. Bon Cato and Chris Reed setting the pace. They're on top by about a length and a quarter. Albert's Crossing races closest him in second place with He's a Conniver in third under Jody Petty. They're followed by Music to My Ears. Swagger Stick moving up on the outside. Meet at 11 and Gather No Moss as they straighten away down the backside and head towards the second fence. Bon Cato Jumping with the lead, he's got a very slight advantage over Albert's Crossing. He's a conniver, is another length and a quarter farther back, racing in third. Willie Dowling moves up on the outside of Music to My Ears with Swagger Stick, meet at 11, and Gather No Moss, content to let the others set the pace. They've got a long ways to go here. Bon Cato has dropped back into second place as He's a Conniver has gone to the front. He's a Conniver on top by about 3 lengths. Swagger Stick takes over second place with Music to My Ears jumping in third. Bon Cato moving on the outside, and Albert's Crossing has pulled up as they race towards the turn. Bon Cato dropping back in third place. He's a Conniver on top. He's a Conniver, Music to My Ears. Swagger Stick jumps to fourth with Bon Cato regaining third place. Swagger Stick meet at 11 and Gather No Moss. He's a Conniver and Jody Petty now setting the pace towards the next fence. Music to My Ears races in second place. Swagger Stick with Bon Cato on the extreme outside as they race towards the 5th of 20 fences. He's a Conniver and Jody Petty now on top. Jumping with a slight advantage over Music to My Ears on the inside. Bon Cato meet at 11. Swagger Stick and Gather No Moss as they've got a long ways to go. He's a Conniver now setting a leisurely pace on the front end. Music to My Ears and Robbie Walsh racing in second place with Bon Cato right behind those two. At the fence in front of the stand, He's a Conniver jumping the 6th with the lead. He's on top by about 2.5 lengths. Music to My Ears, Bon Cato, Swagger Stick meet at 11 and Gather No Moss. He's a Conniver leads as they head now towards the 7th of 20 fences. Music to My Ears racing in second place. Bon Cato in third in the middle of the course with meet at 11 and Patty Young moving up on the inside to jump in fourth place. Swagger Stick alongside. And Gather No Moss completes the field as they race into and around the turn. He's a Conniver on top. He's got about a 2-length advantage over Music to My Ears. Music to My Ears now moving a bit closer as they race around the turn. 3/4 of a length separates our first 2 horses. He's a Conniver on top. Music to My Ears, Bon Cato, Swagger Stick meet at 11 and Gather No Moss as they head towards the 8th of 20 fences. He's a Conniver jumping well over that one, widens his advantage now to about 2 lengths. Music to My Ears has about 3 or 4 lengths on Bon Cato, and it's another length and a half to 2 lengths farther back to Swagger Stick. Meet at 11 and Gather No Moss as they head towards the 9th fence. They've still got 2 more miles to go. He's a Conniver running and jumping now with the lead. He's on top by about 2.5 lengths. Music to My Ears races in second place. Bon Cato is another 4 or 5 lengths farther back, racing in third. Meet at 11 moves up on the inside of Swagger Stick. Those two racing head and head there in the back of the field with Gather No Moss right behind them under Mark Watts. He's a Conniver leading towards the 10th fence. Music to My Ears racing in second place. Bon Cato in third. At the fence, He's a Conniver. Music to My Ears. Bon Cato. Swagger Stick on the outside of it. Meet at 11 and Gather No Moss. Still anybody's horse races. They've got a long ways to go. He's a Conniver setting the pace now. Opening up by about 3 lengths. Music to My Ears stalking him from second place at the 11th fence. Bon Cato is another 3 lengths farther back under Chris Reed. Swagger Stick meet at 11 and Gather No Moss. They've still got another time to go around. They race now towards the 12th fence. He's a Conniver with the lead. Bon Cato racing in second place. Music to My Ears is there also. Music to My Ears actually in second place. Bon Cato in third. Meet at 11 races in fourth place, followed by Swagger Stick and Gather No Moss. It's anybody's horse race as they still got a good ways to go. He's a Conniver going easily on the front end. Music to My Ears right off of him in second place, followed by Bon Cato. Gather No Moss and Mark Watts have moved up into fourth place. At the fence in front of stand, He's a Conniver. Music to My Ears, Bon Cato, Swagger Stick on the outside of Gather No Moss. and Patty Young and Meet at 11 complete the field, but they're only about 6 or 7 lengths off the lead as they head towards the 14th to 20 fences. He's a conniver, and Jody Petty still on top. Music to my ears right behind him on the Robbie Walsh in second. Bon Cato and Chris Reed saving ground on the inside in third. Gather No Moss with Swagger Stick right in front of him. And Meet at 11 completes the field as they've stretched out a bit here as they race towards the backside. He's a conniver, still going easily on the front end. He's on top by about 3.5 lengths. Music to my ears races in second place. They head towards the 15th fence. He's a conniver. They're going to have to catch him. Music to my ears races in second place. Bon Cato making up a bit of ground in third with Swagger Stick and Willie Dowling still within striking distance and making up ground in fourth place. Gather No Moss and Meet 11. They head towards the water jump. This is the 16th fence. He's a conniver running and jumping with the lead. Music to my ears in second. Bon Cato moving up on the inside to challenge Music to my ears for second place with Swagger Stick right behind those two. At the 17th fence, he's a conniver. Bon Cato going well over that one. Jumps into second place. He's a conniver on top. Music to my ears coming back also with Swagger Stick on the extreme outside and Bon Cato on the inside. Third fence from home. He's a conniver. They're going to have to catch him still. Swagger Stick races closest to him. Bon Cato on the inside in third. Music to my ears. Gather No Moss and Meet 11 has dropped out of it. He's a conniver. Races around the turn with about a quarter mile, maybe a little bit more than a quarter of a mile to go. He's got a 4-length leg. Swagger Stick on the inside of Music to my ears. Bon Cato trying to rally in fourth and Gather No Moss. They head towards the final fence. He's a conniver and Jody Petty on their way. Swagger Stick, Bon Cato on the inside. Music to my ears trying to get there also. Swagger Stick is making up some ground at and over the last fence. He's a conniver with the lead as they race into the stretch. Bon Cato and Swagger Stick trying to get there. He's a conniver with the lead on the inside. Bon Cato trying to get there. He's a conniver to win it by 2.5 lengths. Bon Cato and Swagger Stick.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winning owners and trainer of the International Gold Cup. This is Betty and Ernie Orr, local owners from Warrenton, Virginia, with finally a Gold Cup win. Congratulations to both of you. He's a conniver. Tell me a little bit about the horse, Ernie.
Well, He's a Conniver is not famous for Ernie Orr. He's famous for Jonathan Shepard, who happened to raise him and ran him on the flat, and then ran him over hurdles, and then ran him over timber. And where we saw him run the first time over timber was at Camden, and he led wire to wire, and he was so impressive across that race course. I just had to have him, and I ran to Jonathan, and I knew that he was in the estate of Mr. Hoagland, our good friend from Nashville, who died last year, and so I thought maybe the horse was for sale, and Jonathan said, well, I don't think so, but the estate is still tied up. So anyway, long story short, about 3 months later, I finally got him bought.
Well, and even now, the horse practically won wire to wire this race today, so you have obviously done something to keep him fit enough to run those 3 miles over that difficult timber course.
Well, we had him to bring him back this year. He was at Colonial. I had flat horses at Colonial Downs and some jumpers, and he was down there training. And but when the jump races started, I didn't have any facility to school him and to get him ready. And so Dougie Fout agreed to take him, and he's just doing me a heck of a favor. And of course, he does a great job. And Dougie's had horses for us over the years, and so I look at it more as a team effort between Dougie and me now as far as the training goes.
They're all in line, and away they go. Forrest Bell and Jeff Murphy go into the lead. Judge Jib races in second place. Rockmani on the inside in third, followed by Tom's Dilemma. Love Colony. Tie for Dancing and Brimo's Bluff completes the field as Forrest Bell and Jeff Murphy have sprinted away to a clear lead. Judge Jib and Richard Boucher racing in second place. Rockmani on the inside in third. Tom's Dilemma on the outside in fourth with Love Colony, our favorite, moving alongside. Tie for Dancing and Brimo's Bluff completes the field. Forrest Bell has sprinted away to a really big lead as they straighten away down the backside. He's on top by at least 20 lengths. Judge Jib races in second place. Love Colony now moving up on the outside to race in third with Rockmani in fourth. Tom's Dilemma. Tie for Dancing and Brimo's Bluff. Forrest Bell is the one to catch. Judge Jib races closest to him in second place with Love Colony right alongside in third. Rockmani on the inside. Tom's Dilemma. Tie for Dancing and Brimo's Bluff. They're going to have to catch Forrest Bell, and Forrest Bell still maintains at least a dozen-length advantage, but the favorite Love Colony is now taking over sole possession of second place. Forrest Bell on top, Love Colony in second place, Judge Jib racing in third place with Rockmani. Tom's Dilemma there also. The race into the turn, Forrest Bell still on top by about 7 lengths as they race into the and around the turn. Love Colony racing in second place and making up ground on Forrest Bell as they turn for home. Forrest Bell, though, still holding on by 6 or 7 lengths. Love Colony has to make a run here in the final quarter of a mile. It's Forrest Bell and Jeff Murphy on the outside. Love Colony in the middle of the track with Judge Jib on the inside. Love Colony is rallying. Will he catch Forrest Bell? Forrest Bell still on top. Love Colony trying to get there in the middle of the course. It's Forrest Bell and Jeff Murphy leading towards the finish line. Love Colony racing in second place. Forrest Bell, flag fall to finish, romping home the victory here. A huge upset. Forrest Bell. And a photo between Judge Jib and Love Colony.
They are presenting the Devil's Bag Trophy. In second place, the number 8 Judge Jib, trained and owned by Lilith Boucher and ridden by Richard Boucher. Number 5 was third, Love Colony, owned by Deborah Cashel, trained by Ricky Henriksen, ridden by Patty Young.
No. Simon's not here, the trainer of this horse in the last race, Forrest Bell. He sort of snuck away with the horse, but a wire-to-wire victory like that, you must be tickled to death.
I guess that was the plan, I think. And I had Simon's one of the best around, and this is the best there is from Ireland.
Absolutely. We all agree with that, don't we? Jeff Murphy, your second time on the horse, you were second last time out. Did you really have a good inkling and feeling that he would win today?
I thought he'd have a good chance. I honestly thought I'd be second, but Simon then told me to bowl on in front, and I let him do that.
At a time, you were like 20 lengths ahead of the whole field. Did you look back and really see that you were that far ahead?
I was freewheeling. He was just doing it easy. The only time he worked hard was the first start. I just wanted to get out and let them chase me, and then he was relaxed like an eventer going around there. So I also want to say my mother and my grandmother are visitors from Ireland, and I'm delighted to have a winner.
I think that's why you won, because you've got the relatives here from Ireland today, and an Irish owner as well. So the Irish contingent was victorious today, and I'm happy to say that. Will, where might you run the horse again? Do you know?
Oh, actually, I bought him maybe to run him over jumps, so that's probably the next step, but it probably next spring now before we'll do something.
Well, congratulations today.